Good evening and welcome to what Sam is calling Trigger Happy TV Watchalong 6. And I can't follow his convoluted system, but to me it's exciting because it's the very first episode of Series 2. And I think, having watched Series 1 and realised that we were learning as we went, I think Series 2 really is where we got it together. And there's lots of stuff I remember, but I can't remember seeing that I'm looking forward to seeing. I haven't seen any of this since it went out in 2001. This went out in, and yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. So I'm very excited. Sam will be joining us very briefly in about 5 minutes, I think, and we're gonna watch show 1 of series 2, and you can find it on our YouTube channel, Trigger Happy TV Watchalong, if you want to start it at the same time as I clap. It's on my Insta bio as well, so if you want to do that. So anyway, we are here. Just a heads up, the stream is lagging bad. Well, what can I do about that? Not much I can do, really. Let me check, am I on... I think I wasn't on Wi-Fi, so that should be better now, I hope. So I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm going to start again. Actually, no, I'm not. Fuck it, who cares? So that's fine. All good here. So is that better now? Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right. So we'll just sit and wait for Mr. Codlar now. Waiting for Mr. Codlar. So if you've got stuff linked up, it's Trigger Happy TV Watchalong 6, and it should be a busy sunny street, and this is in St John's Wood near Lord's Cricket Ground. There's a man in a white shirt in the foreground who's a waiter. There's a terrace, and in the background there's me on a scooter with a big hands-free thing. And I know already what this joke was, because between Series 1 and Series 2, mobiles, suddenly everyone had these little hands-free things going into their ear, and everyone was on a little scooter. So we're trying to parody those two things already by being annoying people. Right. So, I am drinking this evening a Châtelaine, a Puy Fumé, a lovely French dry Sauvignon, and very good it is too. So yes, those scooters are back, but the scooters are now electric. I'm quite tempted to get one, except at my age, really, it's not a dignified way of getting around, but I do love them. When I went to LA and I was hanging out in Venice Beach, they're just everywhere, and I went everywhere by them. It's great, but it's not really what a grown man should be riding around on. So it's 5 to 8. We're waiting for Mr. Codlar, and then we can have a chat. I'm particularly looking forward to Sam's stats, which are obviously a big part of his life. I think Sam spends most of the week compiling his stats. He sends them to me a bit early, and I never read them because I'm not interested, but it'd be nice to do. So yeah, anyone asking, this is Trigger Happy TV Watchalong 6, and this is episode 1 of series 2, the purple series, when I think we really got in our stride. So I'm looking forward to this. There's Levi Cadman, that's Sam's son, weirdly. Hello, Levi. There's Lisa Broomers, I know her name. Hello, Lisa. But I don't think I'm going to put you in the live video because weird things could happen. I had a weird last one where sound didn't even turn up, and it was all very odd. But any chance you'll do a watch along for This Is Dom Jolly? I think we probably will, actually. I hope so, because that's extras on probably this DVD. I don't know, but I'd love to, because I haven't seen that for ages. So Chris Slevens is very kindly putting up a link for this, although I don't know if it's worth doing it on our one. Anyone looking for a link, it's Trigger Happy TV Watchalong 6, and the link is in my Insta bio, so we're all on the same version of it. And just waiting for Mr. Codlar. Here they come. Saint-Germain, Mr. Gime Incredible, Martin Emation, Grace Sophie Mortimer, Mark J. Green, Elizabeth Harris. Greetings all, greetings all. but still no Mr. Codlar. Where is he? This is your version. Bridge Lisa Brimson requested me live video. Wouldn't link Parrot. I thought they paid. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that, Chris. Drinking. Are you going to tell Sam off for Tuesday? I don't know what happened there. The whole thing was very weird. I might have got the wrong day. I have no idea. It'll all be up on YouTube though. Don't remember only an hour. Don't remember only an hour. I don't know what that means. And you're early. No, I think Instagram have got rid of the only an hour thing. I think. Do you ever get nervous? No. I feel no fear. Clicked wrong button. Yeah, right, Lisa. Whatever. Any new TV shows in the pipeline? Yes, there are actually. Sam and I are talking about doing something. I'm about to do a TV show which I'm very excited by. But I can't tell you anything about it, I'm afraid. Tuesdays be up on YouTube. I don't know, I send things to Sam and he sorts that out, but I'll ask Sam. I'll explain. Watching from Japan, 4 a.m. Respect. Are you confident for your live gigs going ahead? Well, they're definitely going ahead, but just when? I mean, I don't think there'll be any live gigs this year as far as I can see. October 21, yeah, I know. No, I think there's going to be some early 21 and then a whole lot at the end of 21. But I've just pretty much got my new thing. I'm very excited. I can't really tell you, but I could. The people I went walking around Lebanon with, Harry and Chris, we might be doing a tour of Australia following the Ashes. I'm very excited about that. But maybe not. Yeah. Hey, Tom Hutchings, how are you? Good to see you. Except I'm not seeing you. We're still waiting for Mr. Sam. Come on, you bastard. Irish tour. I'd love to go to Ireland so much. I don't organise these things, so it's not up to me, really. Yes, it is filmed. Bit of a throwback. Favourite location film for happy hour. Oh, there were so many, but we had so much fun in Australia. We had a lot of fun in Australia, actually. Stacey doesn't watch anything I do, so it's fine. Somebody better pick that up. Still pissed at Netflix for screwing up Stealing Dark Tourist. Well, yeah, you're not alone. But don't worry, there is stuff in the bag. Right, it's 7:59 and we're still waiting for Mr. Codlar. Where is he? Shall I go out and start again? Does anyone know? Does Instagram still do? Someone told me that Instagram don't do the 1 hour thing anymore. Is that true or not true? Anyone know? No one knows. Thank you very much. Right, it's 8 o'clock and he's not there. Where the fuck is Sam, for fuck's sake? Sam's son's watching this and Sam's not here. What's going on? Slept in, probably. Are your kids embarrassed by your trigger happy stuff? They're embarrassed by pretty much everything I do, to be honest. You really, if you're a kid, you don't want me as a dad. I don't think it's what you want. You just want to be left alone. Better safe than sorry. Relog. He's posting tweets left, right, and centre. It said he joined about 5 minutes ago. Really? Well, he's not requested anything. I am very much missing 131 during the lockdown. My daughter was working there as well. She's still being paid by them, which is nice. Here we go. Samuel Cadman trying to join now. So he's nearly there. There he is. Here's Mr. Codlar. Here we go. View. There's Sam. He should be coming. Hey, Sam. How you doing?
Good. I've been going through the Trigger Happy box.
What are those? Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Are those the original headphones?
Yeah. That's a Walkman, people.
You're joking. So if I remember rightly, those are two speakers.
Yeah.
And you just made them into headphones.
Yeah, we took 2 speakers and somehow put a headphone thing on it, and it still works. Listen, can you hear that?
Deep breath in and out.
Oh my God, amazing.
And out.
That's the one we did in the lift.
Yeah.
Your aggression.
Let go of
Amazing.
your
You've still got
aggression.
that. That's so cool.
Yeah. Look, that's a cassette.
I know.
Oh, look, this is great. Look, it says library stress.
That's amazing. I remember
Can
the
you see
library
that?
one.
Oh.
That's
Library
cool. I remember the
stress.
library one. Do not lash out.
Yeah,
These
exactly.
are your friends. I love that. That's
So
so
I'm quite
funny.
excited about today.
Why?
Well, because I've watched it. I don't think you have you?
No, of course not.
No. So I've watched it. I feel like, we're kind of at a high water here.
I mean, I remember. I mean, I'll be honest. I was a bit disappointed with series 1, and I know we did a lot of funny stuff. So I'm really hoping it's in series 2, because there wasn't a series 3. There were just 2 Christmas specials.
I feel like there's there's definitely a step up in production. Like the squirrels' costumes, the snail. Like, we've definitely learnt from the first series.
I mean, anyone watching, you need to go on YouTube, Trigger Happy TV Watchalong 6, or the links in my Insta bio. And I've got it paused on a street. I think it's by Lord's in St. John's Wood, as far as I remember. And there's a waiter in the front, some people sitting outside. And I can see straight away, we've had a go. We've sort of thought we're going to get a bit satirical, because we've got one of those big, we've got a big version of a sort of hands-free that would just become the thing.
Yeah, which was a novelty.
And I'm one of those scooters, and I've given up the whole concept because couldn't be asked to get changed into a costume. So I'm just wearing what I normally wore and just got out of the van.
That's true. If you think at the beginning of series 1, you had a suit and a goatee, you had a stick-on goatee, and a wig, and now you're just like, fuck it, whatever I'm wearing.
And the irony is, in series 1, no one knew who I was, so why was I disguising myself? I have no idea at all. But yeah.
Have we got time for stats?
People are still asking. Trigger Happy TV Watchalong 6. This is series 2, episode 1. It's on YouTube. The link's in my bio. And Chris Slevens is very kindly putting up links all the time here. So have you got some stats?
Yeah, I've got series 2, episode 1 stats. If anyone's interested.
I think most people come for the stats now.
Okay. So interestingly, 28th of Jan 2001. That's when this went out.
Oh, really?
So a year has passed since, or 11 months has passed since the last episode we watched.
But since then, we're now both massively famous. We're buying houses. We're buying BMWs. We're just all over the place. We both developed massive drug problems, and we're approaching the Buddhist period. So it's exciting.
No, I think we came into this feeling confident, like we knew what we were doing. And, and so we're feeling clear about the stuff we liked. Interestingly,
and also I think we got that extra bonus of thinking, oh my God, people really do like what we're doing,
right?
And I think that was quite a buzz.
Yeah, and they asked us to make another one, so like we obviously felt we were doing something right. So interestingly, 33 scenes. So we're down from an episode high of 41.
Fuck. Okay, so we've got a bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is that good or bad?
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. But compared to that first episode of series 1, which was just so fast. I mean, I don't think anything was over 30 seconds. There's definitely some here that are a bit longer.
So we got, maybe some might say we got a bit self-indulgent in this, but we'll see.
Well, let's see. We'll see at the end. 29 in London, only 4 outside of London. Do you know where those 4 were?
No idea.
Gloucestershire. They were all in Gloucestershire. 2 in Longleat.
But that's not Gloucestershire.
Oh, isn't it? What's that?
No. Wiltshire, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, Somerset, I think. That's odd, though. Yeah.
We'll call it the countryside.
Okay, call it the country, yeah.
4 in the countryside, 29 in London, 11 fluffies.
11?
So we're really going heavy on fluffies. I guess we must have thought people like fluffies, we'll do more fluffies.
I always like fluffies. Fluffies are animal costumes for anyone that doesn't know. That's what we used to call them. In America, of course, they're called plushies. And plushies, there's a whole porn scene.
Yeah,
I briefly became a sort of niche sex symbol in the plushie community. There are plushie porn films where people have sex wearing all those costumes. And I was offered quite a lot of money to go out to America, but I said no to that, which is a shame, though.
We
So
call
Chris
them
Levens here, look, he's in New Jersey. He calls them furries, which is what I think they call them in the States.
Well, we call them fluffies. There's 11. They break down 3 squirrels, 2 gorillas, 2 dogs, 2 rabbits, 1 chicken, and a snail.
That's great. Sounds like a perfect party to me. The snail. Well, this is my favorite one of all time.
Yeah. And there's going to be a few locations that, you know, people who enjoyed our previous watch-alongs. There are some repeat locations. So we're going to be on that zebra crossing where we did Chelsea Pensioner.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Which I remember. It's Fulham Road, but I can't remember the name of the road. Redcliffe Gardens.
Redcliffe Gardens, exactly.
Yeah.
We're outside my flat again, my old flat on Portobello Road. And we're obviously in the parks quite a bit.
Okay.
Hyde Park, Regent's Park.
Are we going to see anything apart from this show? Are we going to see any extras?
No, we're just doing, I thought you got the email. You didn't get the email. No, we're just going all in on Series 2, Episode 1.
I don't like reading the emails because I like to come to this fresh.
Ah, okay. Well, that's all right.
Oh, did you send me a long email?
No, not a long email. I just said maybe we should just do, originally I was thinking, yeah, we would do some bonus stuff.
Yeah.
And then I thought, that's a bad idea. We should just do Series 2, Episode 1, because there's quite a bit to talk about in and around all that.
Okay. I mean, if it's good, I'll be happy. I think it'll be good.
I mean, if not, we can't just end this early. I mean, you know.
I think so.
Look, yeah. We're not letting anyone down other than ourselves.
I don't think anyone cares. I mean, it appears, to be honest, looking at the people, it appears to be mainly your family watching this. We could have just gone round to your flat and put it on the telly, really.
Right, we're going to have fun on this one.
So should we kick off?
How long have we been on? I mean, are we limited to an hour now?
I don't think we are, but I think we should. I mean, I don't know.
That's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
Because
but let's kick off and watch it. I'm quite excited to watch it, I have to say. So
yeah.
So
have you got your headphones in?
Yeah, everyone watching. So this is Trigger Happy TV Watch Along 6 on YouTube. The link is in my Insta bio. Chris Levens keeps putting up the link. Yeah, and it's Series 2, Episode 1. We've had a big hit. I don't think it's quite gone to our heads yet, but we're thinking, wow, we're going to do this again. And it's all going to be
I didn't ask. What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking Puy Fumé tonight. Okay. I've emptied it already, so I find this a bit more amusing than maybe I should. So anyway, if this is your first time watching this and you'd like to watch 2 old men laugh at jokes they did 20 years ago, then you really are in luck. So
you count us down?
Yeah, sure. So when I go like this, start. So you should be looking at a busy street, a cafe on the left, a waiter in front of you, and in the background, a rather good-looking gentleman on a scooter and a large hands-free. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Here I go. I'm already knackered.
Hello! What? No, I'm on a hands-free!
They look like Jehovah's Witnesses there.
Yeah,
look at that.
no, it's great.
I had to tie it to my belt there.
I can use the scooter and everything. Yeah,
that's a nice pan back. So you obviously zoomed in quite a lot there.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to move the camera.
It's quite a weak big mobile to begin with.
Yeah, it's not a...
I think we were excited.
I guess hands-frees and micro scooters were a big deal.
I think we felt that we were moving it on by talking about hands-free, but actually not a classic.
Well, there's an outtake at a bingo hall, which I think is great. I mean,
I love it. I remember that. So obviously we changed the colours. Every series we change the colours. This is purple. Oh, I love this. This is Euston Station. I have no training. We have no idea what's going to happen here.
That's totally true. I mean, I think the fact that we're just locking up the wheels.
Minicab.
I was like, please, no one get in because I'll kill you.
I love this so much. You know,
so
no
this is in the underground of Euston Airport, and this is in Chinatown car park.
Gerrard Street car. Well, I couldn't remember if it was Gerrard Street or Leicester Square. We just put the camera in the corner.
You just glued it to the corner. This is in the. I think we use this so much. This is a lift in Chinatown car park.
I think it's literally where we parked our Pavia.
What I love about this, I remember, this guy's so kind, but when I get out, he laughs. Oh, it's so cute there.
Yeah, I like that.
This is outside your flat.
This is outside my old flat.
Yeah, I love this. Classic
I
old
love
lady
that.
there. Old lady's weird fat dog. I mean, this is a joke, but I think I've just moved, and removals men sort of are that.
I just love it. It's a truth. It touches on a
That's a
truth.
big prop. We got all that van done just for that. This is great.
Yeah.
Highgate Woods, is it?
I can't remember where the woods were. It was in London.
Look at this. This is the squirrels. This is our first proper costumes we had
Yeah,
made.
this is
for
custom made costumes.
Yeah.
So you can see what they're doing.
Clipped to the back. They're looking good. You can really give a good kicking with that. I love this.
When you weren't doing
That's
that
so
thing,
trigger happy. That.
most people with costumes, they end up holding the nose so they can see out the eyes. You can actually see.
You're hitting up a tree there. Looking very weird. So this is near us in Notting Hill. I love this. Classic traffic warden.
So do you remember, this is for eagle-eyed viewers, the same location as the bus stop removal.
Park here, mate.
That's right, although a bit
You
further
can't
up.
actually park here.
Look at this dapper bloke here.
You cannot park here. You are in violation of the parking rules. Sorry, I can't give you a
lovely
ticket,
David
mate.
Bowie coming in here. And I know what's
Nothing
coming
I
next.
can do about that.
Nothing I can do.
You live and
You live and
learn.
learn.
You live and
I
learn.
think we... Redcliffe Gardens, probably the greatest sketch. I remember coming up with this in the Cock and Bottle with you in the pub and thinking snail. Going
And
across
again,
the road.
we got someone to make the costume. So this, it looks
Amazing.
great.
In America, I would 4 people would have got out of a pickup truck and beat me up with clubs. You notice here, I'm worried. I suddenly think, fuck, what if a motorbike comes down the middle? I'm fucked, so I speed up a little bit here.
And when at the end, we should talk about, we did this twice. This is actually the very first time we did it. And we liked it so much, we were like, well, we should just do it again, because we got this
We
costume.
knew we had it.
And
we
the
did
police,
it
and
again,
the police
didn't we?
showed up.
And the
So we should
second
talk about
time,
that.
2 plainclothes policemen got out, and yeah, we'll talk about that later. Beautiful Bowie song. This is outside the Tate.
Now we're really in the swing of it. This ice cream van.
We
You
spent
know-
all day in this ice cream van. We did so much
That's
stuff.
what you want. That's what you're gonna get.
Can you, any way of getting any?
Yeah, whatever you want, buddy. Whatever you want.
This is a song by the Vapors. You know it's about masturbation. I'm turning Japanese. I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing. This is the drive-thru in Longley. It's the queue of cars waiting to go in. And I love this. Al Campbell is now the director is driving the car.
Yeah.
And I smashed the window so much he's got bits of glass in his forehead.
That's what he was saying. He was getting shrouded in glass.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love
This is
that.
absolutely fucking on the nose there. This is Fort on the Water near where I live now. I love this.
Observe the power of the Morris dance.
I was obsessed with Morris dancing.
I love how you do these ones. Like, no rehearsal. You're just going in cold.
We had no idea what we were doing on any of these. Just went up and just thought, right, I'm going to try and make Sam laugh.
And then look, it's kind of... I think we saw you do this in the Scout.
Yeah, I kind of fancy myself secretly as a dancer, I think. It's always asking for money, though, at the end. Oh, I love this. So
Yeah.
this is David J, a spin-off from Bauhaus. And I've also used Love and Rockets, another spin-off from Bauhaus. And this is near the British Museum. This could be like a Charlie Chaplin, really. I mean, I'm not saying I'm Charlie Chaplin, but it's just a little move of the car that's good.
Do they still use these signs? I don't feel like I don't see these anymore.
Now, this is classic Trigger Happy. I thought, how do we end this? We haven't thought about it. So, as usual, fuck it, just run away.
Run away.
Run away.
This is actually right next to my mother-in-law.
Run away. This is a great. Oh, I love this. Those are the headphones you just showed.
Yeah.
Learning French. Foot trips abroad.
Look at this guy. I love he pulls out a tinny.
Repeat after me. I'm gonna
Your
break
bar
your
up, you
bar up,
French
you French
frog-eating
frog-eating
bastard.
bastard.
Je
Je
vais casser
vais
ton
casser
bar,
tout
espèce de
dans votre
mangeur
bar,
de grenouilles.
espèce de mangeur de
I
grenouilles.
can remember it.
You
Are going
are
home
going home
in an
in an
ambulance.
ambulance.
Vous retournerez ce soir à la maison
maison
dans une ambulance.
dans une ambulance.
I love that. That's fucking poetry. That guy. Oh, this is Jacques again. Who's
Yeah, so Jack, and he should be on.
excellent. Well,
emailed
welcome,
him.
Jacques, if you're here.
He's in Toulouse.
Jacques was our he's a Frenchman, great straight face, great straight man, part-time air steward on British Airways, part-time clown. This is Russell Square, bang! Lovely song by Grandaddy. Love it.
I love those shoes. I like the way you kick your feet of the shoes.
Because clowns, you don't want to look stupid. You want to.
I hate your country.
I hate your
I hate your
face. I hate your language. I hate your
and I hate
face.
your face.
Je vous déteste.
Je vous déteste.
Déteste.
Je déteste votre pays.
And he's a great
Watchalong.
Watchalong.
This bloke, the
visual.
bloke there, you can see him thinking,
Yeah.
fucking
I
gold.
bet there's a couple of tats under that shirt.
I think we know how he voted.
Back on Notting Hill Gate.
This is Notting Hill Gate again.
You wouldn't just look after my
This
chicken
looks
and
like
sausage,
Alan
you
Wicker
get
to
some
me. I
more.
always thought it's Alan Wicker.
Thank you.
Eels. It's a motherfucker. A what? Who
Yeah.
deleted that?
It just, I don't know, I couldn't get around that.
You can see the Premier just behind us.
Yeah,
This is a
Premier just
lovely
behind.
high
You
shot.
probably had a camera in there, maybe.
I think you've gone up to the first floor in W.H. Smith's on the corner opposite the Gate Cinema here for this shot.
Lord Bath, you kindly
He
allowed
just
us to
died,
the
sadly.
Arboretum
Yeah,
at,
sadly.
Longley
So now
House.
this is our
Can
second
you tell
visit
us
to
a little bit
Longley.
more about
Did
the
we do
actual
both these on the
grounds here in
same day?
Longleat?
The gorilla, and then went
No,
back
we
and did
didn't.
him.
No, we just knew Longleat would let us do anything. It was a bit like
Right.
Prince Charles Cinema.
It was always here.
I mean, this guy was mental. I mean, he had wifelets. He'd fuck a couple of
Sorry, can you
people
stop
and
one
then
sec?
sort of divorce them and give them a
I'm sorry.
cottage on the estate, and they'd be
I've got
dotted
this thing,
around. And he
really.
spent his entire life in Longleat
No, I think I'll be
painting
right for a
erotic murals.
Sorry,
And it was all
sorry.
very odd.
Food poisoning from. Okay, we'll try that again.
Look at
I
the
like,
wig.
the,
there.
I like the blonde wig.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Lord Bath, we're here in the Arboretum of Longleat House.
In fact, I
Could you
think
tell
with the
us a little bit
celebs, you
more
do
about
wear
the
wigs
gardens
now
here
as
and
a
the
kind of,
grounds?
after we got rumbled by Alan Titchmarsh.
I don't know. It's very confusing because, to be honest, wearing wigs and stuff was more obvious anyway. Look at this. So this is our usual. We're going to run away. But this time I thought, no, I'm not going to run away. I'm going to have a shit in the bush.
No, I think it's good. You're being,
it's not so
you're
much
doing
a
yourself down. I
flying
think it's
part
funny. I
of
think
the
your timing of
park,
dropping
but
your
there are
trousers is great.
rhododendrons, sir.
But did we organise this before? I like this. I think I say, I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
Yeah. We had roughly worked out what you were going to do.
I'm sorry about this, Your Majesty.
Tommy, all right?
Yeah. Oh no, we put a fart noise.
Yeah, we did put a fart in.
Oh, I don't know about that. That was hanging through. That is a cracking first half.
Yeah, that's a good first half.
Yeah, that's like, reviewers are like, okay, this is my old university, School of Oriental African Studies, where I was approached to be a spy. So everyone here is learning languages, so they kind of know that,
This
you know,
happened.
it could happen. There's Jacques Grasset. Bonjour, mon ami. Bonsoir.
Oh, yeah, look.
MI5 and MI6.
Yes.
So this woman, I basically pretend I'm from MI5.
Mugwuffin.
I'm recruiting her. I'm basically saying, you're going to need to kill someone, sleep with someone. And she's like, yeah, I'm totally up for it. I'm really sporty. And then we gave her the number and she had to leave a thing saying Mugwuffin. And we had about 12 messages
that's
from
right.
our answering machine with just this woman going, Mugwuffin,
We'd set you up
Mugwuffin.
for 2 years, be absolutely no problem. You'd wait for the phone call.
I think that's what this cassette is.
Slit throat,
I
some
think
sort
it's
of
recordings of the
sexual
Mugwuffins.
activity which might be able to
This
give us
woman now is probably
information.
foreign
And then
secretary.
that would be a one-off payoff.
Interestingly,
Sleep
this
with
is
you,
the
be able to get your own
longest
job.
Yeah.
I've
But it
ever
would mean
spent.
when that phone call
This,
came,
I
you'd
spent
your life.
filming this
Do
is the
whatever
longer
it
I
is we
spent
are.
than I did an entire year whenever when I was at this university.
Adventures.
University of London. I never went.
And I'm like,
Well, this is the
Really
longest you were on
small
campus.
Talking about
yeah, that's.
Now you're using here
Okay, well,
a
why don't you
bag.
give
Oh, my
that
bag
ring?
cam that I made.
Say Mugwuffin.
You'd made a sort
Which is
of
the word
record
that
bag
spoke
and you
to me,
cut a hole
Mugwuffin.
into it.
I just got that.
Yeah, it was like, no, we won't buy one.
And
I'll
then
make one.
just have a
No,
word
No,
with
that
the
don't
makes
buy
policeman
one.
and
Oh,
pull you in for an interview.
Anytime.
Yeah.
This
You
girl
need
was
a professional.
desperate to kill for her country though.
Mum's the word, eh?
Oh, I love this. Alan Parsons. This was massive. We put a fucking massive spotlight on a roof
Yeah.
here. No health and safety. I love this.
Yeah, and I remember these lampposts had the lights on, so we stuck pliers in the things to make the
We
lights go out.
fused
Sorry,
all
can
the
I just turn
lamps
that-
so they go
Do
out.
you mind? What? Does that anything to do with you? Spotlight.
How could he not see
We
it?
just had a spotlight
I
falling
don't
you
know.
down, so
We
it's
all
not really
get
like a
this
20K
coming to the
spotlight.
city, sir. We all
We've got a spotlight.
we all
actually
think we're
falling
the
you
big
down
I
street.
am
Is
coming
that
to the
nothing to do with
city.
you? Right.
No need to bring the big lights when you come to the big
Okay.
lights, if you know
Is
what I
this
mean.
the
Just
only
followed you all the
time
way
you
down
play
here.
a
I just thought you
policeman?
might be
No, there's
in
the other
theatre
one where
or
I
something.
asked someone to help me because I'm
Sorry.
Oh,
scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Just
Yeah, I
remember,
like
no need
No
for the
need
big lights when we come to the big
lights.
lights. You see what I mean?
This is the Baker Man playing Fred. Love this song so much. Laid back.
I think this was a choice of mine, this song. But...
Yeah, I'm not sure now in the new woke generation we're in how much two rabbits fucking while a woman watches in a lift is okay immediately. I'm sure I'm going to be cancelled for this, but...
Well, also, our American viewers will just think, yeah, that's what we do with one of those things.
Yeah, or they just...
One of those
yeah.
costumes.
Oh, this is great. This is the National Portrait Gallery. We slipped in.
Refusing to use
I love
traditional painting techniques,
we've pre-recorded
the artist mixed bodily fluids with the remains of his dog's lunch and asked a close friend to actually do the painting, whilst he watched through a window from his garden.
Excuse me. You can turn it down a bit. That's the Stubbs on the left, by the way. Sorry. The horse.
God, I love
this is beautiful. So now is the first time we're getting a bit high concept, and we're thinking, let's take over at pubs, CCTV. So
this is their actual CCTV.
I don't
like
think
a
we put a
normal
camera up. I think we took their CCTV.
Yeah, normal production would go in and put their own camera, but this is literally.
But look how
pub
beautiful
footage.
this is. Look at that. What I love about this is why I'm proud to be British. No one flinches. Everyone's just cracking on with their point. There's a bloke in the background there going, yeah, I might be late, love. There's a good fight going on.
So this was on the 6th of July 2000 we recorded this. At 4:39.
Beautiful, beautiful song by Portishead. God, I love Beth Gibbons. Hello, please.
I did not know you would
So
be
this
in
is the
London
Dutchman
today.
who's now basically just become a Swiss guy because
2.0.
everyone said my Dutch sounded Swiss, and I'm Swiss originally.
You are not meeting in the group
And this-
today.
And we thought everyone in London was unfriendly, and this was a Yorkshire couple, and they were so nice. We decided we'd go up to Yorkshire because everyone's where we live.
Okay. I am from Switzerland. I have
This
just
is a great
arrived in
example of
London today,
sometimes you just get a
and
couple
I
that are
am
gold.
practicing the
Just
English
this is
in the
this is
park.
like the sea dog.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen doctors
Yes?
many times.
Good. Will
Anaesthetist
the anaesthetist
be present
be present
throughout the difficult operation. I can remember it. And I made it up. The anaesthetist. I love how she looks at the man. The anaesthetist. Yeah, you know. This is... So this is great. The whole point here is the bloke needs to spot us. And he doesn't spot us. He refuses to look. So I'm now shouting, "Cunt! Cunt!" So he's looking.
The key to that is you've got to do a black outline.
Lovely afternoon, isn't it? Yeah, lovely. I've just been looking at some
Yeah.
of those sculptures over there. Have you seen them, the stone ones? Any
Slipknot.
idea who did them at all? They're absolutely marvellous. I love the way they just dot them around the park in a sort of...
Are you familiar with
sort
this
of culture
poet's
on the
work?
move, isn't it?
In real life, Dom?
Have you ever read Marvell?
Yes,
at all?
Marvell.
The
Andrew
poet?
Marvell.
No.
He's very well known.
He wrote a very interesting
Interestingly,
poem
I
just about
actually
this,
looked
this
like
park.
this
Could I
about
read
10
you
years
4
before we
lines?
filmed this.
It's called The Garden.
Now, this is a
Vainly
very
men
rare... As far
themselves
as I remember, when we
amaze
turned round,
to
I
win
got
the
fuck off
palm,
on the
the
back.
oak
It's
or
about the only
bays,
time we swear in all
and
the
their
trigger.
incessant labours see, crowned from some single herb or tree. And he
Wrote this
wrote
just about this very
area
garden
now.
here.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's really marvellous.
It brings you, I don't know, something about culture that just
Really.
brings joy to the
Yeah.
soul.
Anyway,
Anyway, I must be
lovely
off.
chatting.
Good, I'll see you. Magnum? Yeah, I got
I
them.
love Okay, so that's Al Campbell joining the queue now.
But this is my favourite. This is my favourite ice cream band. Yeah, Al Campbell dropped in.
This is a great album. Who's in?
Shaq, this was.
This is Shaq, the lovely thing, yeah. I love this. He joined the queue. There's a lovely double take for the bloke here, which he just couldn't make up. So I think he's not looking, so I'm going, come on, mate.
Oh, that's right. I think you said stuff
Because
to
I'm
make him
aware that
turn
we
and
need
look.
to get it in time, so I'm like, come on. And there we go, double take.
There we go.
Also, I think it's 20 years old, we can say this. We rented this from a real ice cream van. Let me just tell you, never ever eat in these things.
Yeah.
The hygiene we saw, things we saw in there still scar me.
Yeah.
Look at this, when people went to internet cafes.
Yeah.
This is a much stronger one.
This is
Again,
like a time capsule.
We're trying to be with it.
What?
That's good though. That's every head.
That's a great one, yeah. Also, I'm trying to download the
Internet!
Wop Wop.
No, I'm trying to download the what? No!
But you wouldn't want to have invested in an internet cafe, would you? I mean, like,
Rubbish! Joe!
Can't! I'm literally screaming cunt.
All right.
He's getting angry.
Like now he just wants to go because you're being annoying, not because
Yeah, well, now he
watch.
wants to go because I'm shouting cunt.
Good. I like your last looks as you leave.
Please, when I am made to go to sleep, like my dog, please make sure this time I wake up.
I like that.
They're so lovely, these two. Yes. Very good.
How long have you been learning English?
For about 2 weeks, but I have one book which
Medical
is a medical
journal.
journal.
So you know.
Are you in the medicine? Are you in medicine?
No. I have seen many doctors.
I know doctors. I have been visited many times by doctors.
Oh my God! So this is the Heathrow Express.
Yeah.
25 minutes each way, and we did this about 4 times, and I'm just standing to get this shot.
Right by Westbourne Park Tube. It's where the Crossrail is now.
Look at that. That is art.
Yeah, I love that.
Fuck, I love that.
Yeah.
That's art. Sorry. That's art.
Let you in on a little secret, actually. You know,
there's a lot of camera
wobbling
wobbling in this.
here. There aren't as many birds here, are there, as there used to be?
Yeah, you laughed at this.
Yeah, I can remember just finding it.
There's a lot less now, I can assure you, because, well, you know, medically, doctors have told me that I shouldn't actually be alive, because if there was such a record, you know, a world record for eating raw songbirds, I think I might hold it. You know, I've taken pigeon pie to an absolutely bigger dimension, really. I reckon on a rough estimate, you know, I must be up to about 6,500 raw songbirds I've eaten in the last year. And, you know, they're not all tasty, but I feel I'm doing my bit for the park.
Right.
And
That's the main thing. You're the
isn't it?
important one. Oh, lovely. £1, 3 minutes.
Look, we've updated the signs. No beards, wigs, or French.
£1, 3 minutes is very important though, very cheap, and it was quick to get people to sit. They're thinking, however bad this is, it's £1.
I like this
Adios,
one.
amigo. Oh yeah, look at that, props.
Yeah.
Oh, I
See
like
the
that.
production value.
This is my Dr. Strangelove thing. So I'm milking it now.
You really do milk it. I like it for that though.
I love this one.
I think that's new in the background there.
In a way, these were very short French art films. If I could What's weird is people sit there and they know there are rules. It's like, I'm in charge here, so maybe this
Why
is how
are you
it
looking
works.
around, wondering where you've gone?
Excuse me?
This is in Blockley, near
Actually
me.
from the village?
I thought this is something
Do you
we could
actually
talk
live in
about
the village
afterwards
here?
too.
Yes, we'll talk
have you
about
lived here
this,
long?
because this went very wrong.
Yeah,
Look
this
at the
escalated
stripes.
fast.
I'm looking
You can
for.
see
I'm
the stripes are
I'm
made of
just down here for the
gaffer tape,
day from
because we
London.
couldn't find a
I'm
stripy
trying to
one.
find out
Well,
whether the
so this
village
is the thing.
mostly
In
people who live here,
series
or
1, that was
whether
a
it's more
rental.
people who stay for the weekends.
This was what I
and-
hated the fact that it had the arrows on it, so we made this one. Again, it was like,
Yeah.
no, we'll make it. That's just gaffer
Right, so
tape
there
on a
might be a
white
few
polo
houses
shirt.
that are empty or in the week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, wealthy people, do you think? Or
This woman basically just dobbing in
right, where would
all the empty
I mean,
houses
obviously, I'm
in
just interested in the architecture
in the
and stuff,
village.
and I'm looking for where sort of wealthy people might live.
I
that are
now
not
found
here
out
in the
because I
week.
live near here now. The editor of The Guardian lives in this
I know
village.
pretty much where we live in the post office. And
Right.
Just
Do you
by
think,
the
I mean,
by.
these houses here.
What is this village? What's its name?
Called Blockley, and
Right.
it was famous for having a pub that was run by a
Ah, that was
gang
empty,
of
is it?
burglars that had made a lot of
Yeah,
money
at the
in
moment.
Right, I
London
might go
and
have a
moved
look
down to the
round.
Cotswolds, set up a
Architecturally,
pub,
just look at the
and they'd
roof
always have a lock-in at
windows.
11
Has it got a
o'clock.
back
They'd
door
just
at
close
all,
the
or-
pub, everyone would stay, and they'd all do
Right.
drugs on the bar. It was amazing.
Properly, is it?
I like this.
So where's
Oh,
the
this is
divide
on the
down
road.
there?
I love this.
I feel a bit sorry for her, but I love that idea that you've got
what
your
do you
arm
see
through
there
this
with the
piece
mic?
of
You won't see that.
whatever that is, 8x4
So you won't see
polystyrene.
this?
Styrofoam. I've just
Okay.
seen her on a thing. She
Doesn't
went on
seem
a
good.
retirement
Right, ready?
thing to India. She's a great
Soldier
character,
Road,
but I
so
love
you're,
this.
A very well-respected international.
So she can't
fashion
see me at
designer.
all. I don't know if
What's
it's
been
clear,
the
but
high
there's
point
just
of
a
your
wall
career
between
so
us
far?
here. And we've done the usual thing of saying, don't worry, we'll
That's
sort it
so
all out in the
difficult.
edit.
I mean, I suppose really now building the museum here in Bermondsey.
I can't do this with this. It's a disgrace.
No, we're trying to.
She's so nice here.
No, I can't. No,
Pain in the arse.
no.
She's so nice. I get
I'm
embarrassed
stuck
here
on
because she's nice. Oh.
It's just a pain in
Now
the
what are
arse.
we going to do?
I'm not going to do it like that.
Yeah, we've run out.
Sorry.
So obviously,
all right.
I think,
I get
right, I've got to run
frustrated.
away here.
No, it's good though.
I
You
told
watch.
you about doing stuff like this, and now you're going to.
We'll separate out.
Right, sorry.
We'll separate out. I'll stand out a tiny bit more.
This was reporter on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
I'm sorry.
Look. I wonder if this ever happens in real life. Like, I wonder if John Simpson ever just kind of like lost it.
Definitely.
I hate you.
Jon Snow's constantly weeping
You're
over
a loser.
stuff.
You're a loser. I hate you. You ruin everything. That's it, buddy. That's it.
That's a top-notch show. I mean, that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good
That's
show.
absolutely there. I'm smelling BAFTAs for that one. I mean, that's just really good.
There's a little reprise at the end. I missed that.
Oh, is that?
Which actually brings our total, stats at 34. Hold tight. There's a little, I think what they call it a button.
For Auf Wiedersehen, when you're leaving anybody, it's goodbye.
No, it's Auf Wiedersehen for him. It's
He's
goodbye.
talking English.
Yeah.
He's learning
Oh,
his
in English, it's goodbye.
In English, it's goodbye.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I have 4 syringes for this very occasion.
Lovely.
Do you know what? I'm going to be a bit poncy there, but there's a touch of Jacques Tati there, which I'm really...
Yeah,
I was
Jacques
really,
Tati, yeah.
Do you know Jacques Tati? I was very influenced by Jacques Tati when I was a kid, and I can kind of see myself... I didn't realise, but I kind of nicked a bit of the Jacques Tati thing there.
Yeah.
That was a great show, though. We're on fire there. Really on fire.
We'll see. I mean, I haven't seen episode 2, but that feels like, you know...
Oh, it's got the snail is absolutely a winner. That worked all around the world. You've got the Swiss tourist guy I absolutely love. And then it's got some great stuff. It's really good. I think we're a bit bored of the big mobile at this stage because we've kind of done all the things, all the people we want to annoy, we've annoyed. So now we're thinking, how do we move the big mobile on, which is probably not a good thing.
But I mean, to be honest, we probably could have just done another 6 just big mobiles. I mean, you know,
would have been really easy. Yeah. We could have done another 6 series and just we'd both be doing this from our Malibu beach houses. But you know, it was good. No, that was beautifully done, and the music was good. It wasn't over. There was too much music in the first series. It was too quick, and that gave it room to flow. I thought. I like that.
When you were the burglar in Blockley, was it? You said Blockley?
Yeah.
So remind people how that escalated, because that got out of control very quickly.
So this was a time when we did have mobile phones, but certainly who chose the music? I chose the fucking music. I'd have to answer this every time. At the time, we did have mobile phones but Cotswolds had no mobile phone coverage. So we went out and we were driving around doing the burglar. And I remember with this, we actually had a Previa and we were doing other jokes. So we had a massive bear for some reason on top of the Previa. So we just looked like the Scooby-Doo mystery wagon driving around. We were not hard to spot. And I go up to that woman in Blockley and I say, I'm trying to find, I'm just, basically she can see I'm a burglar. But then afterwards, we did get her permission and she signed. It now seems she probably didn't know what was going on because half an hour later, after we left Blockley, we got into mobile phone contact and there was about 10 messages from the office and it rang them up and they said the special branch of the sort of SWAT team of the Cotswolds in Morton and Marsh have rung, and they've had a report from an old lady in Blockley that a black man is wandering around Blockley brandishing a shotgun and boasting about how he's going to do the post office. And so we had to go and hand ourselves, they couldn't find us, unbelievably. So we had to drive to Morton in Marsh and hand ourselves in to the police, who were very confused by the whole thing. And
it was like we were in a sort of a country prison, a jail or whatever. You know, it wasn't kind of like, it wasn't tough. It was sort of sweet. And it was like a tea room.
I would have paid good money to stay the night there on a weekend away sort of thing. But also the police. This is a double police thing because you remember with the actual snail. So that snail one where we.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to remember.
Sam hidden in a little garden. I just walked up. First 2 cars because it's England. Everyone stopped. I crawled across. I was like, we'd been training for that one with the old man in series 1, but this one, everything about it was great. It was surreal. It was a snail. There was no reason why the snail would walk normally, but then crawl slowly. Everyone stopped. Absolute slam dunk. I knew that was a winner. but we were so adrenalized. We knew we had it.
Yeah.
We just said, let's do it again. So
for the beauty.
Back I went. We stopped. I started crawling across, and halfway across, I noticed the car in front of me, two sets of large feet got out, and I couldn't really move because of the horns. And I looked, and I just saw these 2 feet come up, and they go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I go, "Hello," and they go, "What?" And they were off-duty police officers. Basically.
I remember. No, hang on. I remember he said, "I don't care what. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, but I want you to fuck off." It was something like that.
I don't care what it is you're doing, but I want you to fuck off.
It was like
right
that,
now.
Yeah.
That's it. And I looked up and I said, "Who are you?" And they said, "We're police." And I literally went, "Very sorry."
Yeah.
And I got up and scuttled off. We're always shit with the police. We must have recorded that though. I don't know why we haven't got that.
I think we do. I think we've got a little outtake of that. The thing is I stopped recording because I kind of came out of hiding when it was starting to snowball. Because I was like, yeah.
Because we've had other ones that we'll see later where I'm stopped by the police, and the police go, "Well," I go, "Oh, don't worry, I can explain. I'm a comedian, and my cameraman, as you'll see, is in the bushes there." And they'd look, and you would have scarpered, and they'd be like, "There's no one in the bushes, sir." And I'd think, "Fuck," because everyone always goes on about how, are you not embarrassed to do that sort of stuff? And that snail sums it up for me, because if I chose just to wake up one morning, dress as that snail, and crawl across a road, then clearly I'm mental. I should be in Broadmoor. But because I knew why I'm doing it and you're filming it, I'm never embarrassed because I know it's really funny. And that's the sort of difficult balance with it. That was just great, that one there.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Like, definitely learned a lot on series 1. And
yeah, no, I'm very happy with that because I was very angry with the end of series 1. That is just, we're back on fire.
I thought episode 6 of series 1 would be, like we definitely front-loaded the series of series 1. But I thought my memory was that episode 6 we kind of made it as good as 1, and maybe it wasn't as good as 1. Anyway.
Yeah, I think what's interesting about that felt a little calmer. I mean, series 1 was just fast, which was good. But this was kind of, we had a bit of confidence that if we've got a good thing going with the Swiss guy, don't just come out straight after 10 seconds. It's really good.
Well, that's true, actually. That's a good description, that series 1 was quite frantic and 2 was a bit calmer. I mean, that's true.
Series 1, we were panicked. We were like, literally, please don't change channel. There's another one coming.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, no, okay, it's cool. Like, we're going to enjoy this. It's great. I was really good that. I enjoyed that a lot. Have we got any questions here? No, not really. It's just mostly your family still here. So, I mean, oh, Sam, your dinner's ready.
Oh, great.
That's your wife. That's your wife, which is nice. A Nowhere Station is a masterpiece. Would it work these days with social media? Well, yeah, it would. I mean, we had a big problem. We had a lot of ideas for jokes which involved driving past, things. So we'd always like that idea of just things you see out of the window as you go past. But we hadn't quite worked out how to do it, had we? We filmed it and then we'd slow-mo it in the edit, but it was never quite smooth.
But also, and I'm sure we'll see it later on, but that thing where you're wrestling the pigeon in the park. I mean, I went to Heathrow and back, like, how many times?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
That was definitely
did that
not...
French bloke copy the snail too? Yes, he did. Remy Gaillard stole the snail outright and did it himself, as he knows. But I'm not going to get into that.
Did any of the celebs not give permission?
Well, the joy was we didn't have to get permission for the celebs because, unlike the members of the public, the celebs were always, we'd found them in this thing called London at Large, where they'd basically told them, announced they were there for either plugging, like Zandra Rhodes there was plugging some museum of fashion or whatever. So, and also because you were there filming, it wasn't hidden camera. They knew it was happening.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So that's how we got out of it. Now I think we'd have to say, oh, fuck. Because I don't think anyone ever asked us where we were from.
I can't remember if we talked about this in previous watch-alongs, but didn't Gordon Ramsay, he said we couldn't show it, didn't he?
No. Oh, did he? I mean, the ones I remember that we couldn't show, there are two in particular. One was, have we told this story? I think we have. One was, what was she called? The BBC foreign correspondent, the woman.
Yeah, who did from our foreign correspondent,
Kate
Ady.
Yeah. So we went to the press club, and she was being interviewed for something. And then when she came out, you said, "Can we have a chat?" I started talking about how traumatic war was, and then you, I think, shouted "incoming," and we both hit the deck. And she just stood there looking. I got up. I was so embarrassed. I ran away, and you were left there. And she tried to confiscate your tape, as far as I remember.
Blimey.
Yeah, and then Fergie, obviously. Do you remember we did Fergie? I think we've told these stories, but
I don't know. You haven't told the Fergie one because I've
Sarah Ferguson. She was at some shitty drinks party in.
No,
it wasn't in. It was at the Duke of York's barracks off King's Road. We turn up. You've just got a shit camera, and I just grab her in the middle of the drinks party, and her security go no, but she goes it's okay, and I go we're live on Good Morning Mexico. Can we speak? And so she goes, yeah. So I start asking her questions, and then I go, no, we've got to go to an ad now. So if we can stay exactly where we are. So Fergie just stills like this. And we stayed for 3 minutes while the whole drinks party is moving around. And then I go, and now we are live back from Mexico. And we carry on. And then when we left, they thought something was wrong. The security tried to grab us. They took our license plate down. And by the time we got back to our office, there was a letter from Miss Conrea. Fucking hell.
But do you remember that time there was a Mexican restaurant on High Street Ken that used to have somebody dressed up in a sombrero and stuff, handing out flyers outside?
So this is my favorite story. So the whole point, there was a Mexican restaurant, and they thought to attract people in, what will look weird? Like we're in Kensington High Street. If there's a Mexican standing outside, people will think, oh, that's an exotic place. We should go in there. So we thought, if we flooded Kensington High Street with Mexicans, suddenly he would look totally normal.
Yeah.
So we had a fucking busload. We had 56 Mexicans in a bus.
That's right.
And we all got there at 7:30 at night, and we waited. And just as we were about to do it, it started pouring with rain, like torrential rain. So in the end, we had to cancel the whole thing.
The guy didn't come out.
No, he did. He came out. He was just inside the door, but we couldn't film it because it was raining so hard. But what I love is the fact that this guy never knew that there were 56 Mexicans around the corner waiting to get him. Do you remember the one we always wanted to do that we've never done, which was we wanted to wait till someone fell asleep in a park in the sun. And the moment someone fell asleep, we would fill the park with Mexicans. We were obsessed with Mexicans. Mexicans having picnics, drinking, playing games, playing ball. And then when everyone was in place, someone would throw a ball to wake him up, and he'd just wake up and he'd be in a park full of Mexicans. But we never did
having a fiesta.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, should we wrap it up? I mean, have we done an hour?
Not yet, but it feels like it. We should have had some extras tonight, I think.
Well, I felt, after I watched that first episode, I thought, well, that's pretty strong. There's enough there.
Oh, it's really strong, yeah. Well, let's just see if anyone's got any questions before we go, because if there is a time limit, we've got about 5 minutes.
I saw someone asked, what was your favourite character?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I do love the Swiss guy. He's always on the verge of a nervous breakdown, which is important. He doesn't run away. And the joy of that character is once you've got a couple who will basically listen to whatever you say, it's about me just trying to make up the most ludicrous stuff. And it's about using language. That's what really, really excited me so much.
So you preferred the ones that were more of a conversation than a sort of visual
I like
thing.
the ones where once I'd got someone hooked, it was about how can I dip in and out of making this absolutely weird. But I did love the snail is the perfect trigger happy thing because it's so odd. That joke works around the world and it's funny. I mean, it's just stupid. And I remember when we buy them, did you buy the animal suits or rent them? We used to rent all our suits to a place called Escapade, which is just closed down on Camden High Street. And it used to get really annoying because we'd rent the dogs. We'd ring up and say, can we have the dogs? And they'd say, oh, no, they're out on a stag weekend. And we were like, but we own them. And then we'd get them just back. And they wouldn't clean them well. And he'd put the head on.
I remember that.
And they'd stink of vomit and stuff. It was terrible. So in the end, I think we bought them.
Well, we started to get whatever that company was that would make them. And like those squirrels. I mean, those are great.
Okay, so that company was called, and weirdly, someone keeps following me on here. And they were the people, he was the guy that made our squirrels for us. And that company, before us, just made costumes normally for football mascots. All the football mascots were his, and also occasionally they do stuff for adverts. So we kept them very busy with that. I had some weird costumes from them. In the end, they made a 6-foot turd for me, which was my favorite. And they sent a photo through saying, how would you like, what would the turd be like? Hey, Al McDougall. They said, how would you like, what turd, you know, have you got any idea what sort of turd you want? I'm like, not really. So my dog had just done a shit on the lawn. So I took a picture of that. And then 7 months later, I'm on telly dressed as a 6-foot turd. And my dog is watching going, brilliant. I've seen that turd. Like, very weird stuff.
That's brilliant. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, I think that's probably it, isn't it? I'm going to go have a pizza.
Yeah, I can feel you're hungry tonight. You're restless.
Well, I feel like we've covered it. Maybe
we have covered it.
Maybe we'll do the...
I'm very happy. We're back on form. I'm looking forward to the whole of Series 2 now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, everybody. Well, it's good news for you because it's a shorter version this week.
Oh, someone's saying I can't get Earworm to work. Why is that?
I don't know. Well, if you're trying to get it on anything but Audible, it's because Audible have disabled it everywhere else because Audible have bought me hook, line, and sinker, and now you can only get it on Audible. So that's probably why. So you need to pay, but you don't have to pay. You can get a free trial on Audible and then listen to it. And the new series is up, and it's rather good. So yeah, it's fun. Anyway, it's good. I mean, I like to think that, you know, these watch-alongs, like Series 2, have become sharper, more focused, quicker.
Yeah.
You know, we're just in and out. We're not going to fuck about.
Well, maybe we'll do an episode for episode 2, or maybe we keep it to the end. You know, who knows? The other thing I was thinking would be really fun to show is the your performance at the Comedy Store.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah,
I'm sure it's on one of them. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see all those extras. And also, we did a documentary called "This Is Dom Jolly," which was insane.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I'd like to see all those.
And didn't that have the guy who's now huge? The guy who was in Catastrophe. What's his name?
No, but we used
the
little short guy who's in
the Irish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah, I mean, they're in all sorts of things. Yeah. Because Alex Jackson Long used to pick all those people, so yeah.
Theatre people.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
All right. Okay. See you next week then.
Yeah. Do you make this end or do I?
Everything good at home?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. How are the kids?
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, see you next week.
Yeah.